Hi and welcome along to the Super Fan Debate. Of course, we got a massive game this week. The Carabao Cup semi-final. Arsenal versus Liverpool over 2 legs, right? And it's going to be really, really interesting because it's a bit of a different game. African Cup of Nations, COVID, all kind of factors coming into play in this game and the team selection. But joining me to look at the game, right, in the Super Fan Debate, I've got the guys from TheKopTV. I've got Alex GT, how you doing?
Fella.
Right. I've got James Redmond.
Yes, now Robbie, easy lad.
All right. And Doyle.
All right, the fair, what's happening?
Yes,
Scout.
They're in the building, man. Look at these man looking and saying, what did he say? What did he say?
The whole
Represent.
You've already got that in the comments, the subtitles. Subtitles.
Of course, they're representing Everton, you know what I mean? No, sorry.
Right,
representing Liverpool. Representing Liverpool.
Robbie, mate.
As you can see, representing Liverpool.
Banter.
The red half of Liverpool, and they're here in full effect. And representing Arsenal, we got Turkish down there, of course, of AFTV, Stricto,
yes,
and of course Julian. Guys, welcome along.
Yeah, we'll give you a clap. That's what we do. We're fast.
Welcome along. Glad to see you. Guys, you know what? Looking at this game,
We are not Bernardo Silva.
as I said, you know what? The big factors in this game is African Cup of Nations, right? You know, no Salah, no Mane, no Naby Keita, no Partey, no El Neni, no Aubameyang. Well, he might not have been playing anyway, but no Aubameyang, no Nicolas Pepe. They're all gone. Then you factor into it COVID, no Klopp, maybe no. Yeah, the managers might not even be there because no Arteta. Both of them got COVID. Whole host of players have got COVID going into this game. The question I'll ask you guys over 2 legs: who is going to win this game? Who's going to the final? Liverpool guys first.
Go on, James. You go first, mate. I'll go second.
Well, it is a little bit unpredictable with all the factors. I do feel like that when you look at the basis of both squads, they've both got problems, so there's not really an excuse for either side. We can't really sit here and go like, Arsenal are fine, because they're not. They have got, like, you've got your own players missing. Like, we can sit here and say, we haven't got Mane and Salah, but like, for us they're important, but you're still missing players like that as well. The manager thing. So it's going to be weird, and like December's been just a dodgy time in general. Like Liverpool have been dropping points, Leicester, Spurs, etc. Chelsea, where we took the 2-0 lead. So I don't know, but I do feel like if any team's going to have the edge, and if I was betting my money on this game, I'd go with Liverpool.
Me too.
I think this game is won or lost at Anfield. I think Liverpool, we would be happy with a draw, but based on not only your recent record at Anfield, but if you factor in the crowd as well, with or without Klopp, I think that's what's going to take us over the line. You saw what happened against Leicester. We literally were 2-0 down in 10 minutes, and all of a sudden we win the game on penalties. Why is that? I think personally because of the crowd. And can you deal with that crowd? You haven't been able to for a long time. That's why I'd edge Liverpool. But having said that, the first tie,
home form of Arsenal,
we might. Do you know what? I'd even say this: we'll be lucky not to lose that first game with the players that we've got out.
But that's all right, even if we do lose. We are Liverpool are Cup Kings, is what we do. Second 2-leg ties, we are the kings of.
Especially second leg at Anfield.
We've got so many examples of how we've lost the first leg, not done so well in the first leg, come back to Anfield and just won the game. And I feel like it's just going to be another example of that. Not because Arsenal are any worse than us, just simply because we are a cup team. Everyone forgets that now because we won a league. But Liverpool are a cup team. That's why we've got so many Champions Leagues.
Arsenal, not a bad cup team either, though. How do you got
14 FA Cups.
I think Anfield, the second leg, will be important if the game's still there to be won by Liverpool. If everything goes to plan,
so you're trying to dead it.
You look at what Arsenal have done to teams at the Emirates in the last few games, and also in this competition.
You lost 3-4
in this competition.
Okay, sorry,
in the last few games. Okay, and if you look at that performance, especially, we can look at the result, we can look at the performance, but if everything goes to plan and to form, then Arsenal will be 3-4 goals ahead by the time we get to Anfield.
3-4 goals ahead?
I understand. I understand a little bit of optimism, but 3 or 4, that's heavy.
It could happen. I wouldn't say it would happen in a league game.
We can't be getting hype before the show.
In a League Cup game, it can happen, especially with the fact that I don't think Liverpool won it that much. I don't think it's that important.
I don't agree.
Julio Baptista.
Have you seen?
Remember that
6-3.
That 6-3 at Anfield where he.
It's not like league games.
It's not. But did you see us against Leicester? We were losing that game and we won. We came back in the last minute and we showed that fight
Brendan
again.
Rodgers, isn't it?
We
It's
do
Brendan
it.
Rodgers.
It is,
That
Brendan
is
Rodgers
true.
is a
Brendan
black merchant,
Rodgers,
he
bro.
is, but that shows the testaments and the character of Liverpool when they come to Anfield in a cup game. If we want it, we will take it. That's the way we do it.
And it was a one-off game.
But it's
I wouldn't say
important.
it's
No,
not,
but
though.
do you want me to tell you something? It's not really a one-off game. It's a one-off game in the League Cup. But in terms of an Anfield night, that's probably one of the greatest nights that I've had all season. The Leicester game, because the first half was so dead, but the second half, when we started playing a little bit of better football and the cohesion started to look a little bit just improved, that was when the crowd started booming, and that's where the feel was
And
injected.
did Leicester have their full team out for that game?
Leicester
Yeah,
had near
Vardy,
enough
they had
the full. They had
Schmeichel.
Maddison. They had a better team than when they beat us in the Premier League. So I'd say they went pretty full strength as they
Schmeichel in
could.
goal.
But
You've got to
bearing in
remember-
mind what the performance against Leicester, though, yeah? That's a poor Leicester side in a poor season, yeah? Which I'm not taking anything away from the fight back. But let's say you have the first half an hour you did against Leicester, against Arsenal this Thursday.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself coming back from 2-0 down against this Arsenal side in this form?
It's going to
in
be harder
comparison
away.
to Leicester?
It would be harder to do it away from home. I think our record, if I'm right, it's not that great.
No, it's not.
The
Emirates is a difficult place to go
Do
to.
you know what? I was at a League Cup game 2009. I think you won 2-1. Vela scored and someone else, and Insua scored for us. But Aquilani made his debut that game. But I just
Aquilani, man.
going
Yeah.
away to Arsenal in a cup competition, for me, is more intimidating than going there for an away league game, because Arsenal put more into the cups.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I know
So-
when Julian said 3-4, everyone's...
Yeah.
I get that. But I think, in all honesty, if you lot set up how I think you're going to set up, with the amount of missing players, and we set up how we're going to set up, I think we should win by 2 clear goals.
I don't know.
Wow,
'cause we
why is that? Why do you think 2 clear
Because
goals?
Liverpool's depth has always been up for question.
But
Can I say,
right, so
Joe
As
Gomez
always,
is
and
still here, lads.
Yeah.
And
That's
so
one, yeah.
Virgil. We've got a defence still. We still do.
Nat Phillips might even play.
But do you think all of them are going to play, considering how many first team members you've
I
got?
feel like
to. They'll have
with the
to.
way the league's going at the moment, Jurgen Klopp's going to look at this, mate, and he's going to say, right, we need to win something. We need to win a Champions League. That's what I want. And we need to win as many domestic cups as we can possibly get. We're in the semi-final now. Let's go for it. We're nearly there. We need a
We've
cup.
come this
That's
far.
one of the things with Klopp, isn't it? He
Yeah.
has domestic cups.
it annoys me, you know.
Yeah,
Rob.
it is a bit.
He's
of
not
it
really.
annoys me.
He's
Because
not
you've done it
really.
against Leicester, a quarter-final at Anfield, and you're there, like, putting your second team out
It's like
while
we
they're
tried to
putting their
lose it.
first team
Yeah,
out.
he did try and
Accidentally
lose
won.
it.
Yeah,
And then we
That's where the
accidentally
confidence
won the
comes from.
fixture.
The confidence
It
comes
was
from
like
how
that.
Klopp sees the competition, how you lot have
But
been in it.
if it's the semi-finals of a competition, I think it would
Against
be
Arsenal as well.
Against
It's a big-
Arsenal, and not just, not banter Arsenal. You're a much better team now than what you was last season. You've
100%.
improved going forward. I'm not trying to lick your ass, but you've improved going forward. Defensively, you're much more of a unit, mate. You know what I mean? Like you're something to be feared now, whereas before it was just like, yeah, you're going to beat
Do
Arsenal
you
or
think
whatever.
with Klopp then he's going to say to himself, right, I need to put the strong, because both sides, this is where it's great as well, right? Because both sides have the same kind of problems, COVID, AFCON. Both sides have got FA Cup games coming up at the weekend. But do you think with Klopp he'll go strongest team? And the same for you guys.
Yeah.
Do you think with Arteta he'll go strongest team? Let me start this side first, and then I'll come to you guys, right? So do you think Arsenal will go strongest possible team they can put out?
Yeah, I think Arsenal will go the strongest, and that's why I think we'll win it, because Arteta's taken it seriously, and Klopp, as you said, he kind of wanted to lose it.
I think it's a bit of a tired argument now that we're in the semis, though. He hasn't really paid that much attention to it in the past for one reason or
he was the
another.
one
But
that,
we're in the semis now. We
Correct me
might
if
as well
I'm
win.
wrong. Didn't he come out and say he'd rather have a one-leg semi-final at Arsenal?
Yeah, you've got to look at it though. Jurgen Klopp's tasks are to win Champions Leagues and Premier Leagues
Absolutely.
with 15 players, and so he's got to look at games where he can rest these star players, and that's what
Totally
he does
agree.
with the domestic cups. He values.
But
the
that's been
Champions
taken
League.
out of his hands now.
It has, it
right?
has.
Because at AFCON, for instance,
Yeah.
right, it's been taken out of his hands. There's no resting of Salah and Mane. They're not here.
We'll
right?
have to
So
play
and it's been
strongest
taken
team.
out. Same with Arsenal. They want to come back after the City game. So you think strongest possible team over this side?
100%.
I think
Yeah.
Arteta's mentality is clearly more different to Jurgen Klopp. For example, like we were just talking off air, we haven't won the League Cup in so long, and he might probably
23.
be looking at it and thinking, you know what, I might be the first manager in a long time to bring this, to bring this trophy back to the Emirates. Like he's gonna fill in his strongest possible squad. Arteta wants silverware. I don't think he cares what silverware is. Unlike Klopp, who, they like you just said, his Klopp's main
Target's
priority
different.
is Champions League. You know, Arteta, we're not in the Champions League. We're not even in Europa. So if you can win as many domestic cups as you can win, why not?
I think we're overlooking a little bit the context of the Leicester game. So the Leicester game, we started a lot of players that I just didn't understand. So a lot of players that were like third choice options opposed to second choice. I think now, not really having that luxury to be able to choose those as much, you know, our squad depth has been questioned over time, but we have got Diogo Jota, who is, second top goal scorer in the league.
Origi as well,
then you've got Divock Origi, the king of the league, the Japanese Messi in Minamino, the main man. And then when we talk about the back line, this is where we've got to, this is where we've got to talk about it, because the back line, Kanate, boys, I don't even need to speak about him alone.
You've been full of praise for him. I've been more reserved a little bit.
Think about when he came on against Leicester, he dictated the game.
Yeah.
There was no way through for Leicester to get into that game.
Who has more attacking threat without Mane and Salah though? This is my question.
We don't have more, but it's still there. So what you don't want to do,
out of the teams,
what Arsenal don't want to do, right, is not see Mane and not see Salah and then underestimate that. Because all that's going to do is hurt you, because Origi can score goals in big moments, which we saw this season. Jota, he's just a goal scorer.
Jota's pushing for top goal scorer, lad.
The Ox will
and even though I will concede Oxlade, he's not what I think he used to be when he first joined Liverpool. That being said, he's still got a goal in him.
You can't forget that he's, Jota, Origi, he scores a lot of goals. Remember, even in that 5-5 game.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And then, you even look at with Arsenal, they're probably going to be missing Nketiah as well. He's had COVID.
Oh, what a
so
shame.
what do you think the sort of forward line for Arsenal will be?
I think.
Or what would you like?
I'm going strong because Nottingham Forest is after and we can rotate there. So I'm putting Lacazette up top. I'm putting Lacazette up top and Martinelli on the left, Saka on the right, and Odegaard or Smith Rowe in the middle.
I'd say that's a better attack.
That's the full strength top.
Smith Rowe?
Yeah. Maybe Smith Rowe or Odegaard. I'm happy with either. But Martinelli and Saka for me, that's why I asked about the threats. Because, Origi, I understand why, and Oxlade, okay, cool. But aside from Jota, I'm not worried about any Liverpool player going into this game.
You should be slightly worried about Minamino's form in this competition, though.
Form, yes, but Odegaard and Smith Rowe are better and in better form than Minamino.
In answer to your question about are we going to play the strongest team, we obviously massively depleted, as is everyone. So we're going to have to play out of the people that are available.
Out of what's left?
Yeah, we have to.
Are you going to play the strongest team? That's what I'm saying. Both teams.
We don't need to rest for Shrewsbury. We don't need to.
No.
Shrewsbury is the following game after this Arsenal fixture. We do not need to rest for that game. We can start the under-18s for all I care. This is a semi-final of football against a huge team. You're still a huge team. You have mentioned it yourself. I don't even want to say the king, but how many FA Cups you've won, League Cups and stuff like that. Huge, you know what I mean? Like people can banter that and say it's not the Premier League. That's still massive though, man. So I really feel like this is a different perspective for our manager, and that's why I think that it's going to be a problem, because we've still got quality there.
So just looking, just quickly, with both sets of guys, just running over what a team might look like. Obviously, we could do this video, and then next week we know he's out with COVID. But what we know is left at the moment, right? The Arsenal team. So in goal, what will you be?
Leno
in goal.
Yep.
Leno,
Yeah, probably Leno's been playing.
Iker Casillas is clear.
Strongest team, though.
So you put Ramsdale in.
Yeah.
But it'd probably be Leno. Leno or Ramsdale, right?
You'd have to start Ramsdale, surely.
I'd rather have Ramsdale.
Right, you're back four.
You'd have Tomiyasu.
I'll
He's sick.
Yeah.
I like Tomiyasu, man.
Maybe.
love him, lad.
Tomiyasu, maybe Cedric could come back in there as well.
Potentially, yeah.
Cedric has been playing in these games.
Didn't Cedric have COVID?
Mr. Hairline.
Huh?
I think Cedric had COVID.
Cedric did have COVID, didn't
So
he?
he might have. He's not back
Wasn't he
yet.
back at the weekend though? I can't remember.
No,
he wasn't.
but Cedric will be back. He'll have enough time.
Yeah, he might be back.
Depends what state he's in.
Tavares instead of Tierney.
Yeah, Tavares instead of Tierney.
I'm going White Mari.
Yeah, he can't have Gabriel.
White and Mari. What about no holding?
Yeah.
Because obviously no Gabriel.
Holding came on the other day, and let's not get it twisted. That header was poor.
Yeah.
No one really talks about it, but that header was poor.
Gabriel's suspended, as we know.
Yeah.
Just one game.
What with your midfield? This is where it's going to be interesting, because obviously Noel Nenny, who's been playing in these games,
Sambi goes
no
in.
party. So Sambi Lokonga,
Samba goes in.
With him.
And Xhaka, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah.
Xhaka, maybe Ainsley Maitland-Niles, maybe.
He's close to his move,
He had
apparently.
COVID as well.
Ooh, Maitland-Niles.
Yeah, he had COVID, and he's got this move.
Yeah.
All right, so
Roma.
but then you've got your Odegaards who can go in there, and then Smith Rose as well.
I'd say Lokonga Xhaka to keep it safe as you can.
Yeah, and then you're going strong up the front. You're saying, guys, you're saying Saka, Martinelli, Lacazette.
Yeah.
This is the
Yeah.
game to do it in. If
Yeah.
you're going to get this tie done in both legs, the home leg,
Yeah.
first tie to time.
And I
Yeah,
guess
we
if
can do it
Eddie
in
Nketiah
first
has
leg.
got COVID and he's been he missed the last game, they may be looking at it and say, right, you come back in for Nottingham Forest away
Yeah.
on the Sunday.
I
All
wouldn't
right.
be against Balogun starting either. I wouldn't be against that.
Balogun's as well, yeah. You've
Even
got
with this
Balogun.
team,
All right,
I
let's
can see it. I can see it already. The game, the way it's going to map out now with the team that you've picked.
all right. Let's kind of get a vibe on your team. So what would who'd be in goal?
Irish
Keller?
Ika Casillas in goal.
There we go, lads.
Who in goal?
Irish Ika Casillas.
I'm going to throw mad one out now.
Bear in mind,
He said that at the weekend.
Bear in mind, it's right, lads. It's like spreading no words. Irish Ika Casillas won a penalty shootout against you last time. Just letting you know.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, he
2
did.
years
He
ago.
did.
He's
Was
well
the
better
hero.
now.
He did.
So back
Not
four.
Adrian.
Nico Williams at right back.
No,
Robbie.
no.
You're supposed to
No,
be
he's
good at this.
starting.
No, that's it.
I think.
Please don't bring up that.
I think we should start Joe Gomez at right back, lad. That's where he built his
disagree.
career in
Not a
right back,
chance.
lad. I
Nico
really do.
Williams.
Nico Williams.
He is great, lad, but
No,
when
no,
you're
no.
playing him against Saka, or you're playing him against one
Lad.
of these, lad, he's going to do well.
Yeah.
We need attacking fullbacks. Joe Gomez is not the definition
No,
of an
he's
attacking
not.
fullback.
He's
And I'll
definitely
be
not.
honest, I don't want to see Joe Gomez in this game. I would rather see Nathaniel Deeney Van Phillips and also my man Kanate, Biggie Boo. Do you know what I mean? That's my
Kanate.
centre-back partnership
Yeah.
because Gomez was suspect in that game against Leicester.
Gomez
lad.
was poor
He
against
was
Leicester.
seedy.
Alright.
Boys, did you
Poor.
watch the first
Left.
half
Yeah,
against
yeah,
Leicester? Seedy performance.
Tsimikas.
Shimikas.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
The
you
good
think
scouser.
they play Shimikas? I mean, tough game Sunday.
Wait, Robertson?
Robertson is back, but there's no way he risks Robertson for this. I
you
don't
reckon?
personally.
Okay.
I don't think
It's a
so.
All right,
semi-final, man.
midfield.
In the middle, Tyler
Right, so
Morton,
there's a debate because Leighton Clarkson's just came back from
Yeah.
Blackburn, but I think Tyler Morton.
Leighton Clarkson.
Okay.
He's going to start
Bye-bye.
Morton. He's going to
I
start
think
Morton.
No, these guys
He sent off in the last game against Pereira. He broke Pereira's legs. Not both
Yeah, that was
legs.
Morton.
He should have
leg.
got sent off. Like,
Tyler
Yeah.
Morton. So
Oh, that's what he's known
Yeah.
for.
No, Morton, I know.
not known for.
Right.
What's the other guy you just said?
Leighton Clarkson.
No
So
one really
he's
knows
just went
him
out
yet.
on loan to Blackburn and now
Alright.
he's returned. So that's an option because he was quite rated in
You
our
don't
squad
recall him
before.
if you
Yeah.
might not need him.
So I'm going to go with this midfield and let me know if you agree or disagree. Morton, Ox, Milner.
No,
I
lads.
don't like Milner either,
Nah.
but like I want to Henderson. I want,
You
but I
need
don't think
Hendo
he'll
in there. If
start.
you're playing a young
Hendo
lad
has
like
to
Morton,
play,
you
man.
need Hendo behind him. Lads. You
Henderson's
need
been
him.
shaky over the past few games though.
I wouldn't.
He has
nah,
been.
lads.
He has been shaky.
I wouldn't say that you'd leave him out of a semi-final because he hasn't had the best 3 games.
If you're playing Henderson or Milner, you play Henderson.
Do you know James
Yeah.
Milner?
If you have to play
Exactly,
Hey,
lad.
Yeah.
do you know James Milner in this game? Or no, in the last game, should I say? Even though he gave away the free kick for Chelsea,
He
I
ran the
do
most.
think he had a good
Yeah, he
game.
did. We said this actually. Me and Robbie were
did
watching it
actually.
because I was.
And he won the ball back
He
a lot.
did,
So
he
against
did.
your
He
attacking
looked pretty
side.
upset when he got substituted as well,
Yeah,
didn't
he did.
He was-
Because he
yeah.
was doing
This
bits.
is what
Yeah.
I'd like to see. I'd like to see
Birthday
a
today.
Morton, Milner, and Hendo. That's what I'd like to see. A nice stable
Or
midfield.
can I throw this in? Do we have to show that loyalty to Morton and we go a bit stronger? Because we can.
Curtis-
Yeah, man.
Curtis
Jones.
Curtis Jones back, mate.
Curtis
We're redoing
Jones.
this. We're redoing this.
All right, up
Henderson
front.
need
All right, give
Milner
me.
and Curtis.
All
And then
right,
the front
give me up
three.
front. Give me
yeah,
up front. Up front.
Jota left. Origi middle.
Yeah.
Japanese Messi on the right.
Yes, lads. There we are.
Okay.
If they're all fit
Right.
already.
That's it.
Right, and if
He
those
plays
sort of
somebody
teams
else
play
then,
out, let's get the predictions now. Let's start on this side, Turkish. Prediction for... I'm going to ask you it in 2.
Yeah.
Prediction the first leg,
Ooh.
and then prediction over the 2 legs. So first leg,
3-1. Arsenal.
and
Yes, Tim.
and for the second leg, what I'm going to say, who goes through over the 2. So
Arsenal.
3-1, and Arsenal to go through.
Yeah.
I see how it is.
First leg,
3-0.
This is mad.
I see you, fam.
3-0.
No, wait, 3-0.
You might have
and
calling
then-
people back from Blackburn and that.
Blackburn's the top side. Any came from Blackburn. Give some respect.
3-0.
3-0. Wait. 3-0. 3-0, and then we'll lose 2-0 at Anfield.
So you think we go through?
Yeah, we'll go through.
That skin of your teeth business,
Yeah.
that is.
I think it all has to do
Gotta shake
with the
5 now.
first half an hour at Arsenal.
Yeah.
I think if we start quickly, how we normally do, and Liverpool aren't exactly up for it, as I suspect they're not, and this comes from your own manager, from what I've gleaned from what your manager has said, I don't believe they're up for it. I think Arsenal will start quickly, and we'll score 2 goals in the first half an hour, and we may well score an extra goal in the second half. It'll be a 3-0, as Stricto said, and by that time you'll be totally demotivated for the return leg. You'll hardly get anyone to turn up, and you'll probably win 1-0, or it'll be 1-0.
Doesn't that make us more motivated?
I'll tell you what,
Struggling.
you guys are confident. I mean, wow.
Yeah, but he's thinking you're confident. That says a lot.
I'm saying 3-0 is big. I mean, 3-0 is big.
No, that's a huge result. I'm not going to lie, I think he was a smoking budge, but fair enough. Fair enough, and that's fine, because opinions is beautiful. Honestly, this game.
All right, let's get your predictions. Let's start with you, James.
Oh, right, okay.
Prediction.
I'm not going to lie, I think it's going to be a draw, 1-1. But that's dangerous for you. Make sure it's not a draw. Make sure that you get
if it's a draw, I think we're out.
Yeah,
that's
I
a
think we're
dangerous
out.
result. So
you think 1-1?
For the first leg, you're asking me.
And then Liverpool go through, no doubt you're saying in the second leg.
3-1 in the second leg, yeah man.
I agree.
What about you, Doyle?
2-1 to Arsenal. Maybe us will do us. Maybe we might not be up for it at your ground, but when you come to Anfield, it's game over, mate. I promise you it is.
Yeah, I'd say in the League Cup at Anfield, you've already gone 3-1 against us quite recently when Martinelli scored 2 in the first half an hour. So by your own logic, we won that game in the end. So that's not really an issue for us. I do think it'll be a draw in the first game, 2-2. Then I'm going for Liverpool to go through in the second leg.
Yeah, man.
Okay, well you can see.
But I'm not putting 2 or 3 or 4 nils on. Like,
Do you know what? This is an evenly matched game because, as I said, because of African Cup of Nations, because of COVID and all that, and because both squads are not deep squads either. Yeah. So it makes it a very interesting game.
Can I ask you a question to the Arsenal fans on the opposite end of the table? The question that I want to present is simply just, do you think the confidence that you've built, and rightly so, you had a good performance against City, you've had good results since we battered just 4-0, but you also had good results leading into the game where we beat you, and I understand that the circumstances are different, but do you think that this could be another case of mistaken confidence to where it's probably going to come back and bite you in the ass?
My confidence this time comes from more what you lot don't have than what we have. It comes from listen, no Mane, no Salah can dress it up as much as you want to dress it up. Those two is the cutting edge for your attack. Yeah. I know Yotta's definitely on form, he's good, second top scorer in the league, but alone I don't see him as big a threat as I would have with the famous three. But it's not our form that's giving me the confidence, it's this. It's Liverpool, it's the AFCON, it's the COVID, it's the fact that you lot have taken this as a second-rate competition.
It's almost set up for you to go through.
So that's how I see it, 100%. That's how I see it.
I hope for this underestimation. I hope you underestimate Origi and you underestimate Minamino and you just mark Jota and you let them two have space because they'll score goals, lad. The way I see this game going, you've got the better attack, but we have the better defence, lad.
So do you think we are under? Do you think we've underestimated you as opposed to you underestimating us?
No, I think your front three are fantastic. I do. I think it's the better front three out of ours, just edges it. But I still feel like our defence is there. We've still got Virgil van Dijk. We've still got Konate.
Who's your right back? Trent's out?
Nico, believe me, is an international footballer, lad. He's a great footballer. Believe me. He is good, yeah, he is good, but I can still see us being a good defensive display from us.
Okay, I'm going to wrap it up now. So listen, I'm going to put it out there to you guys watching this video. Who's going to win the game over the 2 legs? Who wins first of all? Give us your first leg prediction, and then who wins the game over the 2 legs? Who goes through to the final? Will it be Liverpool or will it be Arsenal? Let us know. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget you can check out TheKopTV. We're going to put their link in the description. James Redmond as well. And also you can check out these guys, on AFTV. Thanks for watching and see you on the next video.
Come on, Arsenal!